This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
It's because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
I think that's taking it to another level.
Yeah. Log on and join our live conversation.
He said this as we were coming on TV.
DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Friday, March 29th. Should we get one, Erica?
It's Friday!
We're live and we're talking about what you're talking about. I'm here with Erica and Brandon. I'm Jeff. A lot to get to, guys. Let's do it. Everyone is talking about the GLAAD Media Awards. The awards are meant to highlight the acceptance and inclusion of LGBTQ people in media. Lots of big stars were there like Josh Duhamel, Lea Michele, and Adam Lambert. But Beyonce really stole the show, of course. Beyonce and Jay-Z were honored with the Vanguard Award, and Beyonce got a little emotional in her speech. Let's watch.
I want to dedicate this award to my Uncle Johnny, the most fabulous gay man I've ever known and I ever knew, who helped raise me and my sister. He lived his truth, and he was brave and unapologetic during a time when this country wasn't as accepting. And witnessing his battle with HIV was one of the most painful experiences I've ever lived. I'm hopeful that his struggle served to open pathways for other young people to live more freely.
I love it. Emotional and honest.
Yeah. And it's coming from Queen Bey, Queen B, you know, and like she said, her Uncle Johnny, we all have an Uncle Johnny in our life, whether it's a family member, it's a friend, it's a co-worker that identifies himself as LGBTQ. My Uncle Johnny in this is my sister, Kristen. I mean, she's my rock. And I remember my mindset when Michael Sam, the first openly gay football player, came up to the CFL and started playing football for us.
There's your sister.
Look at, I'm trying to get biceps like that. I remember when he came up there, and I wasn't accepting at all. You know, I would walk by him, just, you know, brush it off like, you know, he doesn't belong here, that sort of thing. But my sister has kind of taught me empathy. She's kind of taught me what they go through on a daily basis. And I've seen the smirks, the comments, that sort of thing. And she's one of the strongest people in the world. So I'm glad to have somebody like that in my life to teach.
Thanks for being honest.
Yeah, I commend you for saying that, because I think a lot of people are scared to speak their truth in terms of the fact that this is within our lifetime something that we know people like you, like other people who, one, never understood what it meant to be a part of the LGBTQ community. The conversations were so one-sided, and a big part of that, ironically enough, comes from our culture like hip-hop. So the fact that Jay-Z is standing there in support and also being honored with this award with Beyonce shows how far we've come within our lifetime. And feel free to have that conversation. Don't be afraid to say, like you just said, I didn't understand, I wasn't accepting, and now I am a part of the conversation, because a conversation must be had in order to have acceptance.
Absolutely. I agree with you guys. And thanks for being honest and great points. All right, guys, tonight we have an update to that college admissions scandal. Fuller House star Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman from Desperate Housewives are among dozens charged with paying large sums of money to get their kids into elite schools. Now Us Weekly reports that Lori's daughter, Olivia Jade, isn't talking to her parents and is staying with her boyfriend in Malibu. She and her sister both withdrew from UFC after their parents allegedly paid to pass them off as recruits for the crew team. Meantime, families across the nation like Russell Simmons are getting word back about their Ivy League acceptances, and his wife Kimora Lee definitely had reason to celebrate. Let's watch.
She really did it on her own merit, and we're really so proud, because Yoki can't row or anything like that. There was really no hope for us in that area. So I'm just so proud that you did it on your own, Yoki, and I'm crying, and I've had it. I don't even drink, and I want to have a drink.
She took a shot there. That was acceptable. Yeah. Maybe topical. I shouldn't say a shot, but proud. I love that.
Yeah, and Kimora is actually Russell's ex-wife. But I think that this is good, because I think a lot of people feel like they have to come out and say, yes, my child was accepted to an Ivy League university. Yes, I am a person of privilege. But did I help them in terms of corruption? No, I didn't. And I think that that should be commended as well, to say, although you are a person of privilege, you still have to get through the door. I'm a legacy kid for DePaul University. My mother's a professor at DePaul. It was just known, because my mother took a pay cut in order to go and become a full-time professor at DePaul, that if we did not make it and get into DePaul, then we were on our own, because that was our only chance of going to school. So the fact that parents are doing things for their kids in order to give them an upper leg, I still respect that. Even though they are people of privilege, you still have to do the work.
And I respect the kids that want to get in on their own merit, because me, obviously coming from a football coach's background, when I was coming out of high school, my dad was the D coordinator at University of Virginia. At that time, you could get your kid into school easily if you had the grades. I didn't have the grades, but I also chose to go to prep school and to get re-recruited, to go to UMass on my own scholarship and work my butt off to get to the NFL. So there's something fulfilling about saying, hey, parent, I understand that I've gotten some of the best trainers throughout my life. I've gotten to be around NFL, college football players throughout my life, but I still want to do this and go on my own journey. So I respect those kids.
The honesty tonight, I love it. Feeling good on Friday, I love it. All right, guys. There is a controversy swirling around Lil Nas X's new song, Old Town Road. If you don't know who that is, we're about to tell you. It was on Billboard's Hot 100, Hot Country Songs, Hot R&B, and Hip Hop charts, but Billboard recently took it off the country charts, saying it's not country enough. Of course, Lil Nas X says he's extremely disappointed. So DBL Nation, it's time for you to be the judge. Listen to the song and let us know what genre you think it fits into. Head to DBLvote.com and weigh in. Let's take a listen.
Got the horses.
All right, Erica, you're our radio girl, ex-radio girl.
Yes.
You've been around all genres of music.
Yes.
You just heard that soundbite. What's your take?
Once a radio girl, always a radio girl. I have worked in many different genres, including country.
There you go.
Hey, y'all. I'm going to say the final ruling is Lil Nas X, it's country.
Now, Brandon, do you like the song? Now that it's country or not?
We've been singing it all day, Jeff. It's so catchy. It's stuck in our heads. I don't think it's country, and I also don't think it's R&B, but I want it on the hip hop Billboard charts.
Hold on. You don't think it's country? Let's listen again. Let's listen again.
I heard no Wrangler jeans reference, so no, it's not country.
Oh, there is a Wrangler jeans reference in there.
Is it?
There is. Maybe later, Stephanie Jones could sing some for you. Right now, we're going to look at what DBL Nation said. Mix of it all. Okay, a little mix of it all.
It is. I mean, I'm sorry. If you can do we're getting on and chicken dinner, it's like, it's not that parodied. We call that country. Winner, winner.
Can you do that again?
Chicken dinner.
I liked it. Trust me, listen to the song a couple more times.
I forgot the lyrics.
It becomes catchy. It becomes catchy. Speaking of Stephanie Jones, Snooki is revealing something shocking. We're going to get over to Stephanie Jones. She has the details coming in hot right now.
So Snooki is revealing that she's never tried Taco Bell. She posted a video trying everything on the menu, and honestly, since she's known for her drunken antics on the Jersey Shore, it's kind of surprising that she's never given it a go. And when our producers found out that I had never tried what is apparently a Crunch Wrap Supreme, of course they had to try and make me taste it. So here goes nothing.
You can do it, Steph.
Steph, have you ever had Taco Bell?
I had a crunchy Dorito one, which was a Dorito with a taco, and it was good. But I'll tell you what, this one is just as good too.
Oh, you like it? Okay.
There you go.
Okay, well, we have plans tonight, so everybody just calm down.
This one has beans in it. I'm going to the Uber with y'all later. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
You going to try a little Taco Bell?
Bro, all right, I'm going to be in the Uber with y'all.
They don't have Taco Bell.
That's okay.
Roll the window.
They don't have Taco Bell in England?
We do not have Taco Bell in England. This is a big deal. And I'll tell you what, I like it.
I like it too.
Good.
Don't tell me like you guys haven't had late nights at Taco Bell.
Oh no, absolutely. Taco Bell is definitely at the top of the list.
Yeah.
I love
Thanks, Steph.
No, of course.
But you better not eat that whole thing.
I'm not gonna. I've been working out really hard with Erica this afternoon, so.
Yeah, we did.
Steph, we don't want to leave you on camera eating. Just finish
just
it
leave
off
me on camera hanging, guys. You know, it's marvelous. Just leave me over here.
All right, Steph, thank you so much.
Everybody just calm down on the TV.
DBL is live, and we'll bring you breaking news as soon as it happens. Coming up, actor Joseph Gad stars in 2 huge projects. So he's talking about the gang from Game of Thrones or Disney's Dumbo. Plus, want to dress like a star without breaking the bank? Stephanie Jones is breaking down the latest trends we can all afford next on Fashion Fix Friday.
Welcome back to DBL. Nancy Drew has made an unwavering impression on girls and women since the 1930s, proving that she's a feminist icon. Now she's back with a little 21st century charm. I talked to the star of the latest installment, Sophia Lillis, in today's Chatting with the Stars. Sophia, welcome to DBL. So happy to have you on. The character Nancy Drew starred in the Hardy Boys' Nancy Drew Mysteries during the 70s. She was rebooted in the 80s and most recently updated in the Girl Detective series. So I want to know, how do you think she's changed throughout the years?
I feel like this movie is kind of a remembrance of Nancy Drew for the newer generation. In order for kids to kind of see themselves in Nancy Drew, you kind of have to have a more modern take on her. I think Nancy Drew kind of has this responsibility to be this role model for these kids who watch this headstrong girl solving mysteries.
The way your brain works is so cool.
That's so cool. And you're 17, and Nancy Drew has been around since the 1930s. So why do you think Nancy is such an icon to girls and women like Oprah, Barbara Walters, Laura Bush? And I mean, how does that make you feel to play such a beloved figure?
It's a little stressful. Everyone looks up to Nancy Drew. She's such an independent character. She does what she wants and kind of lives her life she wants to live her life. It's really inspiring, and I guess that's why people really look up to her. Kind of being that girl is a little bit, has a little bit of responsibility.
It's a good responsibility.
Yeah, a good responsibility.
And I need to know, were you a fan of the books before the movie?
I've heard of Nancy Drew, but I never actually read any of the books. I never really got into the Nancy Drew books until, I heard about this project.
And many of us know you from the remake of Stephen King's It. So I want to know, what was it like playing a character from a story with such a huge fan base?
I knew there was a fan base, but I didn't know how big it was until the movie came out. It was very surprising for me, very shocking. I didn't know what an impact this movie has.
You can catch Nancy Drew and The Hidden Staircase in theatres. Sophia, thank you again for chatting with us.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome back to DBL. It's Friday, which means it's time for our resident fashionista, Stephanie Jones, to break down the top looks of the week. Stephanie, I know you got a sore throat, but you got to take it away right now.
That's right, Jeff. It is Fashion Fix Friday, and Hollywood it girl Lupita Nyong'o is best known for starring in blockbuster films and working the red carpet. And you guys too can look as good as this stylish Oscar winner. Who could forget the look at the Golden Globes when she paired this beaded blue violet Calvin Klein gown with some silver platform heels from Aldo from only $45. And the actress continues to rock affordable style. Instead of pricey red bottoms, she recently wore these Nine West sandals, not just once, but on multiple occasions. And you guys can get the look too for only $50. I love it. Right on, Lupita. I mean, why spend all your box office millions on expensive designer shoes? And this next look is comfy, and it's a cute trend that anyone can pull off. Well, almost everyone. Now, actress Lena Dunham almost got it right, but the one thing wrong here is the fit. Now, the secret to the pajama trend is comfort, but she needs to unbutton the shirt and pair it with a cute camisole, and then she would have nailed the look. But someone who did is Chrissy Teigen. She slayed this trend by breaking up the flowy fitted bold pattern with a solid coloured jacket. So DBL Nation, Annie said, would you rock this trend? It looks so comfy, I want one. And the next trend is utterly adorable. Check out Ariana Grande and Kendall Jenner. They made this bold nail move. Do you get it? Move? With a classic black and white cow print. Now, whilst animal print is in, I really think this is something we should be leaving back at the ranch. I mean, either way, we'll be talking about this look until the cows come home. DBL Nation, what about you cowboys and cowgirls out there? Do you like the cow print nails? That's all for this week's Fashion Fix Friday. And coming up on DBL, Disney's much anticipated Dumbo hit theaters today. I spoke with some of the stars and got the scoop on who kept everyone cracking up behind the scenes. Don't miss it, it's coming up next.
Dumbo going to be a big flop? Apple TV enters the streaming TV world while rumors are swirling about YouTube Premium. And Borderlands 3 is on the way. That's all next in the Jump Off. I'm Abby and welcome to the Jump Off. I'm here to bring you all the latest news in gaming, tech, and nerd culture. So let's get started right now. Tim Burton's Dumbo remake is getting mixed reviews. IGN calls it mediocre and says the remake fails to reach the lofty heights of its animated predecessor. But the Washington Post gives it 3.5 out of 4 stars, calling it decidedly and deliciously dark. The Guardian gave the movie 1 star. Just one little star, that's it. I think that's pretty harsh. We have our own review up on the Daily Blast Live YouTube channel, so go check that out and let us know what you think of the movie. Have you guys heard about Apple's new streaming service? It's something from the future, but everyone already has one. Apple TV Plus will bring together streaming channels and service from other providers, but they'll also add their own original content. We're hearing there will be a sci-fi project starring Jason Momoa and a morning show with Reese Witherspoon, Steve Carell, and Jennifer Aniston. It's set to come out in the fall. We have no idea how much Apple TV Plus is going to cost, so you better start saving now. And while Apple TV is bringing all this original content, could YouTube be getting rid of theirs? Bloomberg had reported YouTube could be canceling their comedies and dramas, but YouTube's head of original content says that's not true. YouTube's premier Karate Kid sequel show, Cobra Kai, just released a new trailer for the 2nd season.
Okinawan karate, true karate, by joining the Miyagi-Do team, because at Miyagi-Do, it's not about the money, it's about the karate.
The new season premieres on YouTube Premium April 24th. 2K Games has announced a new Borderlands game is in development. It's been 7 years since the last Borderlands game was released. And if you haven't heard of the game, it's a highly stylized first-person shooter. It lets you and your friends team up against monsters and the main villain, Handsome Jack, in a world full of attitude. There's no word yet on when Borderlands 3 will be released, but I'm gonna be playing every weekend. That's it for the Jump.
Welcome back to DBL. You just saw a clip from Disney's Dumbo. It's the latest classic cartoon to get a live action remake. I got to sit down with actor Joseph Gatt to see if the story stands the test of time. And that's in today's Chatting with the Stars. Joseph Gatt, welcome to Daily Blast Live. We're going to get into your new movie Dumbo, but first I have to ask, your Finn Ward character wreaked havoc on season 4 of Game of Thrones. Can you tell us any surprises about the final season, and who do you think will end up sitting on that Iron Throne?
I could tell you, but I would make a lot of enemies if I did. So... No, I'm not going to. You're not going to get me. I'm not going to say a word. I'm really excited to see season 8, see the final season stuff, because I kind of know what's going to happen. Ish.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to it, but now let's chat about Dumbo. So you play a big game hunter, and you're trying to trap the young elephant. So how does it feel knowing that you are going to be the bad guy in front of the eyes of millions of children?
It's really, really fun. I don't know what actors out there don't want to be the Disney villain. We grow up watching these incredibly fun movies. I love going to Disneyland. I didn't know if I would still be able to go to Disneyland after this movie opens on March 29th because kids are going to hate me. They're going to be throwing their little Mickey ears at me as I walk down Main Street and stuff. We gotta pee. We gotta pee.
What is that?
but I need to know, how was it working with Colin Farrell, Danny DeVito, and Alan Arkin? I need to know, were there any fun moments behind the scenes with this all-star cast, or what about the director, Tim Burton?
It was a dream team. It's impossible to be around Colin and not laugh. Now, Colin is obviously Irish. It's a very easy accent to pick up, and without me realizing, when we would talk, I would go into my Irish accent, and you know, Colin and I would both be doing Irish. Tim shouted, "Cut, cut," and he came over to me and said, "Joe, that was great. That was great. But the accent, you were kind of Irish."
I love this.
And I'm like, oh no.
Well, Joseph, I'm so excited to see the movie, and I'm so grateful to have the chance to chat with you. Thank you so much for joining us on Daily Blast Live. You've been absolutely brilliant.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I hope you enjoy the movie.
And the DBL Jump team got a sneaky peek of Disney's live-action adaptation of Dumbo, and they've got a review up online right now. You guys can visit the DBL YouTube page to go and check it out.
Steph, you're a fan of Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah.
You know what character he plays. Were you a little scared to interview him?
No, he's so scary in general. I mean, okay, I feel really mean saying this, but have you seen his eyes? They're like really piercing.
But he seems like the sweetest guy.
He seems like the sweetest guy, yeah, but you can totally see why he's getting cast as villains on the regular. I mean, it seems to just follow. But he loves it as well. He was really happy to do it, and he said, I don't know if you could hear in the interview, but he was saying if he goes to Disneyland next time, all the kids are going to be like throwing things at him. It might have killed his Disney experience, but he killed the role.
You got the best out of him. Thank you, Steph.
Good job, Steph.
All right, guys, Princess Bride fans, let's hear it. There we go, there we go. A couple older people in the crowd. Because we've got some exciting news. Raquel Villanueva has news at the moment.
As you wish, Jeff, The Princess Bride is the latest Hollywood blockbuster to hit the Broadway stage, and fans couldn't be happier. The 1987 cult classic film starring Robin Wright as Princess Buttercup and Cary Elwes as Westley will be adapted into a stage musical. There have been plans to turn the movie into a musical for a long time now, but it's finally happening. Disney is also producing it, so you know it's going to be good. Other films that will be joining them on Broadway include The Devil Wears Prada and a revival of The Music Man starring Hugh Jackman. And as for The Princess Bride, I just want to know who's going to say, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepared to die."
Whoa! Take two. There we go.
That was the best one all day.
Yeah, it was. There it was.
That's a good idea. I like that on Broadway. I think it's going to kill. No one else does. We'll be right back.
Well, welcome to DBL. Chrissy and Devon, we're so happy to have you both here. Now, before we get to Breakthrough, Devon, what's it like working with Chrissy? Because I'm a huge This Is Us fan, and I want to know if you keep up with the show as well.
Now, listen, I'm going to be honest. I don't keep up with the show. My wife does. She watches it religiously. But what I can tell you about working with Chrissy is you just have to get your Kleenex ready every day you're on set. The same way, you know, audiences cry when they watch her on This Is Us, her performance in Breakthrough, it's transformational.
But my John is a fighter and he doesn't give up. So I need you to go and be the best for John. Nothing less. And you just let God do the rest.
And playing Joy Smith, you know, a real person, a real true story. She's a force of nature, and her determination and her unwavering love for her son and the desire for him to survive. And there's no question.
Well, Chrissy, both of the characters that you play, both in This Is Us and Breakthrough, are both mothers who fear for their children's life at this point. What's it like for you to take on these dramatic roles?
Well, it's interesting because at the point that I was shooting the film, Kate was not a mother. Playing and portraying Joy Smith, that informed Kate and her, you know, role as a mother. It's not easy, and you really have to sort of step aside and allow the whatever you're feeling, the empathy, the love, the determination, the desire for your children to survive. And a lot of it is the surrender.
But you know, it's interesting because I found if we're paying attention just at the right moment that we get a lot of the answers. And so I have to tell you, Devon, that this morning when I was really panicking about getting to work on time, I opened up my Instagram and you were on it talking about stress in the spirit and worrying.
There's some people that got in their life that are peace peace disruptors. I pray you remove any peace disruptor from their life right now.
Right at the right moment, and I'm like, I receive that. I receive that.
Me too.
Oh, praise God.
Me too.
How does he inspire you?
You know, I'm like, oh, I watched your Instagram videos. Even though I see him every single day, and I'm like, oh, this is so amazing when you said this. He's changed my life, and he continues to change my life, so
wow.
beyond grateful.
Oh, my goodness. Y'all about to make me cry. What's up with
It's
that?
true, though. It's so true. It's so true. It's so true.
The testimony is real, let me just tell you. And we'll be sure to check out Breakthrough in theaters April 17th. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments, right, B. Lund?
That's right. Jose from YouTube says, Brandon, what's your drunk Taco Bell order? Grande meal, all to myself. Loretta says, I hope DBL hosts have a great Friday.
Yeah.
And
a great weekend.
Mindy says, Little Nas X is the new Luke Bryan.
Really?
Oh.
Well,
Chicken dinner.
Do we have that?
Winner,
do we have
winner.
a little bit of Little Nas?
That's my
There
kind
it
of
is.
night. Oh.
Whoa, that means it's time to go. Thank goodness. We'll see you guys on Monday, same time, same place. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye.